Hello, hello, my beautiful beloveds, and welcome. Thank you so much for your presence. I'm not even sure how to title this video as I'm speaking it. It's a very impromptu, last minute happening that's occurring that let me explain. Okay, so my practice this morning, I do my meditation, breath work, sex magic, whatever, spiritual practice, self-pleasuring every morning. And it continues to open up always, right? That's the spiritual journey, and that's the purpose of doing our practice. It's continuously teaching us and opening up, and then new wisdom comes in, new energies, new frequencies, new wisdom, new expansion, new awarenesses and insights, right? I've been doing this for years, and it's just been like amazing and mind-boggling consistently, right? Like my teacher used to say, she's like, this is the best ride in town. This is the best. She's like, I wouldn't have this any other way. I wouldn't, for my money, it's as good as it gets, being on a spiritual journey. And for sure, right? It is unbelievable. Lots of crazy happenings just all the time. So this morning, I started a new practice a couple of days ago, a new meditation. This is with Joe Dispenza, if you're familiar with him. I link to him in my channels, and he's really about creating your own reality, getting in releasing old belief systems, getting in a new mindset, harnessing the power of our mind to create our reality. And it's been a huge game changer for me since connecting with his teachings some years back. It's really opened things up for me and helped me to really understand my emotions and how they play a part in shaping my reality, my mindset, my belief systems. So for the first time, I've wanted to go to a teaching with him for a very long time, and it's just kept not working out. It wasn't the right timing, it wasn't right location, etc., but I've been on his mailing list, and I've been following his teachings and reading his books, and finally it opened up to go to a short little weekend experience coming up here this coming weekend. I'm very excited. In Los Angeles. It's a short teaching. So part of my enrolling in that, I got a teaching, an intensive teaching that you do before you get to the in-person event. So this is an online teaching. So I've been doing that, and it comes with a couple of meditations. And I'm doing these meditations the past few days have like taken me into this deeper, really deep experience in my meditation that I've not gotten to before. It's different. There's something different, and it's very expansive. And anyways, been practicing that along with a number of other things. It's not you can't really just pinpoint this thing where it's just this one thing. Oh, it's the astrology. Oh, it's this meditation. Oh, it's this new breath work I've been trying. It's such a culmination, right? So it's a culmination of a variety of things that are just, things are opening up in a really big way. But anyway, okay, so that's the journey, that's the path today. And I work with a number of different frequencies, energies, deities, beings, angels, etc. that I've connected with along on my journey. Through Hindu traditions, through different world travels, different gods and goddesses I've connected with. The angels on my magical path have been huge for me. So really working with them in a really powerful way. My own spirit guides and helpers, my own team. We all have so many supports available to us if we choose to connect with them. And so somebody new came through today, and it was a sacred feminine energy, and she is so I always ask questions. I'm like, okay, who are you? What's going on? Are you benevolent, right? We want to make sure. I have a protocol that I go through when I start connecting with a new energy. But she came through, and I was like, what's your purpose here? What's going on? And she said, I'm going to teach you to be stronger in your sacred feminine power. And well, fuck yeah, who doesn't want that, right? Like, awesome. I like what you're doing here. I love this. So feels like a very strong, powerful presence, but through this connection, and bear with me as I just talk through this a little bit. Again, this is very impromptu. Through this connection and through, I was like, what would you like me to do? How do I connect with you more? And one of the things that came through just immediately, and part of this is trusting our intuition. We ask a question and then we have to trust the messages that come through. So I asked, how can I connect with you more? What are you guiding me into? And, it immediately came into my mind, like automatic writing, which is kind of, it's channeling through writing. And if you're not familiar with this, you can look up automatic writing and what that is. But it's essentially the way I've learned it, or my favorite way to do it, is to ask a question. You sit down with your paper, you ask a question of the universe, of a specific energy, maybe of your higher self, of your own soul. What would you like me to know today? What do you have to share with me today? What wisdom should I be connecting with today? And then you just allow yourself to write unedited, unhindered. And oftentimes, if you're typing, this is great too, because you can, and if you know how to type without looking at the keyboard, you can just type and let it flow through without looking. For those of us who have taken keyboarding class, we're taught to type without looking. So maybe if this is your experience, that's a great way to do automatic writing or journaling, to just type and allow whatever's coming through to come through, and not worry about spelling or punctuation. You just allow the flow of consciousness, the stream of consciousness, to come through onto the keyboard. And you can do this writing, but it's a little different because when you're writing, you're kind of writing on lines. So on the keyboard, the lines just stay there automatically. But when you're writing, there's lines that you kind of want to, otherwise you could be all over the page. So you tend to be looking at it more. You can't just close your eyes with writing. But it's allowing the writing to just whatever comes out. You don't stop yourself. You don't edit yourself. You don't, you're not into thinking like, well, what am I going to write next? You just allow it, and you really try to just put pen to paper and allow it to move without stopping yourself or without interrupting the process at all. And then you can read it afterwards and see what came through. And it's usually some really powerful information and insights and wisdom. And the more you practice this, the more you connect with your intuition, the more you open up your channel for your own higher self, the divine energy to come through you. Not that we're not anything but the divine energy, but we have a lot of stuck, stagnant, blocked energy that keeps us from really tapping into our own innate wisdom. So this helps to support this process and really helps to open up the intuition, helps you to trust a process, helps to strengthen that connection with your own higher self, So that's what she said to me. She said automatic writing. I'm like, okay. And I know I've done this a number of times before, and it's very easy for me to start it and then not continue. I've done this for months where I was really good at it every day, but then it fell away, and it's been hard for me to get back to it. But it's been a really powerful practice for me. So she said that, and I'm like, okay, I need to commit to this, to do it like 30 days, right? Commit. And then it just led me into, or maybe she was guiding me into, sharing this with you all and doing a 30-day challenge, as they call it, or it's more like an invitation. It doesn't need to be a challenge. I mean, we are challenging ourselves to be more disciplined, devoted, dedicated to our spiritual path, to a practice, to connecting with our intuition, to connecting with our higher self, right? It is a discipline, right? And I'm really, 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 I can't highlight enough the importance of discipline on a spiritual path, and the importance of a daily practice. Doing something daily is when it really opens up. So this automatic writing can really open up the more we practice it. So I want to commit to doing this for 30 days and much longer. I usually commit to something for 108 days minimum. But this was like, okay, 30 days. And then I just wanted to bring it on here and invite you into it and do it online. So I'm going to hold myself accountable. I'm going to do this online. I'm going to do it every day live on Instagram for 10 minutes, automatic writing. And it's 10 minutes. Like that's a very short amount of time. It's not huge. It doesn't have to be like this ginormous thing, right? 10 minutes out of our day to help strengthen our intuition, to help strengthen our connection, to help strengthen our spiritual growth and our evolution, to help strengthen our sexuality. And how, might you ask, does this have anything to do with sexuality? And for me, a really important piece of our sacred sexual path is strengthening, harmonizing, balancing the sacred feminine and sacred masculine energy. A lot of us have gotten really shut down to our feminine just because we've grown up in a society that's so hyper masculine, right? It just really honors and cherishes masculine qualities and not so much the feminine qualities. So we've been shut down from our emotions, our intuition, our psychic gifts and abilities, from things like trusting what we can't see, right? And that there's that thing, if we can't measure it, it doesn't exist. You know, that's a real belief system, but that's not true. That's shutting ourselves off from half of our experience and from the magic of the world. And there's so much more going on here that we can't see. We trust the phone, you know, we trust the waves that are coming into our phone, right? We can't see those, but we trust it's happening. We trust the electricity to show up when we turn on the light. We can't see that. So that's something that we do trust, but there's other things in our world. There's so many things that are unseen that we don't trust. So this helps just strengthen that ability to trust ourselves, trust in our own inner wisdom. That's the other thing. We're really shut down from our hearts. We just need it to be this logical, analytical experience, right? And again, if we can't measure it, if we can't see it, we don't trust it. So this helps us to come into our hearts more, move down out of our minds, this automatic writing process. So again, the sacred sexuality, it's strengthening our feminine more. It's strengthening our ability to receive. Automatic writing helps us to receive the messages that are coming in and trust them more, right? The feminine is a receptive energy. It's a creative energy as well. This helps us to like really support that creating of our reality. When we allow other parts of ourselves to open up, we allow our other parts of ourselves to come online. So this is strengthening our feminine, which is going to strengthen our experience of our sexual and sensual energies, right? The sensual energy is very feminine. It's being in our bodies. It's being in our intuition. It's being in this physical experience. So that's how this really supports sacred sexuality, sacred sensuality, healthier union and balance. And when I say balance, it's never going to be just like this 50-50 balance that we're going to stay in all the time. That's not it. There's some times when our feminine is going to be stronger and our masculine is going to be stronger. But when we're always in one at the expense of the other, that's a huge imbalance, right? But the balance is a flow. It's a back and forth. It's a coming together. It's a dance. It's a coming together and moving apart. It's over here on one side and then it's here on one side. But there's always a flow and a give and take and an understanding, a consciousness of, okay, I'm really in my masculine right now. How do I maybe like bring in some more feminine to create more harmony in my experience? So it's an understanding and it's a recognition. So, but it's an ongoing flow. There's never going to be this 50-50. I'm going to stay here forever. That's it. That's just not how it works, right? Energy is flowing. Our experience is, what's the word? Am I looking for mutable? I don't know if that's it. Flowing. The energy is flowing, changeable, right? It does not ever get static. I'm still dealing with my throat. If you've been following me, I talked about this ritual I did a few days ago that was just like, I was like screaming and purging out this like, wow, really powerful energy, and it really irritated my throat. So I know I'm going to keep talking through this and eventually it will clear up. So I sound a lot more like alto. That's fine. So anyway, I'm going to go on to Instagram live every day. And my thought was like, oh, okay, well, I'm getting ready to leave town again. I'm going down to California. I'm going to this Joe Dispenza teaching, right? Then I'm going to Disneyland. I'm going to be traveling over the next so many days. And I'm like, okay, I'll do it after I get back. And it's like, no, fuck that. Just do it. Make time. be devoted, be disciplined, do this thing. It's an important practice. And there's always a way to put things off, right? So something that I think I started touching on this earlier, I'm really stepping into this place of being more disciplined, and I've gone through different phases, but I'm coming out of a phase of just being more in the flow. So I feel like I'm kind of moving into some more masculine energy where I just really want to be very dedicated and disciplined in some certain areas of my life. And this is one of those things where I'm just like, you know what? I could totally flow with this and do it after the travel and when I get back, and just have more time to dedicate to this. And I could make it up with more graphics and, advertise it more and do it more in that manner. But I was just like, I can do that later again, right? This is always going to be relevant. But right now, I just want to put it out there. It doesn't have to be a challenge necessarily, but if you want to join me, I invite you to, and see what it opens up for you. And so I'll put my Instagram below. Actually, it's always below. It's so you can go follow me there. I'm going to go live there every day. It's going to be a different time every day, but the live will, it will stay up in my feed, so you can connect with it every day and just do this 10-minute automatic writing, channeling experience for yourself. And who I invite you to connect with is whatever speaks to you. And there's a number of ways that we can connect. You can write out, what does my soul have to share with me today? What does this specific, if you connect with certain angels, maybe what does this angel have to say with me today, have to share with me? What does my inner feminine energy have to share with me today? What does my masculine have to share with me today? Mother Earth, what do you have to share with me today? Beautiful body, what do you have to share with me today? Lord Shiva, what do you have to share with me today? Kali, what do you have to share with me today? What are the elements that you connect with? Who are your spirit guides? Maybe that's it. Spirit guides, what do you have to share with me today? What would I benefit from knowing today? What wisdom is important for me to know at this moment? How can I connect more deeply with my soul? How can I connect more deeply with the earth? How can I connect more deeply with my feminine? How can I connect more deeply with my body? There's a number of ways that we can tap into this energy, and it needs to feel right for you, right? But a really nice way is higher self. What do you have to share with me today? And then see and just let it write and let it flow. And again, pen to paper, fingers to keyboard for 10 minutes, no pausing, no thinking about it. That's why they call it automatic. It's automatic writing, just what is automatically coming out. Even if you get stuck in your mind and you feel like nothing's coming out, and you just say, I don't know what to write. I don't know what to write. I don't know what's coming through. I don't know what's coming through. Just keep writing and allow the flow, the stream of consciousness. It's easy for us in this mentality, in this day and age, we're really stuck in our minds and we want things to be perfect, and we overthink it, we overanalyze it. And part of it is to come down into our heart. And that's a beautiful way to heart, what do you have to share with me today? Heart, how can I connect more fully with you today? How can I come down into my heart more and just allow what comes out? And if you're stuck in your mind, just say that. I'm stuck in my mind right now, and I'm trying to come down into my heart. I'm stuck in my mind right now, and I'm trying to connect with you more, Archangel Michael. Whatever it is, whatever you want to connect with. Maybe it's your spirit animal. Again, this is all you. This is a very personal journey. I'm just inviting you into this 10-minute process with me every day. So I think I've covered the basics. Again, I know this is very impromptu, and whenever you connect to this, it doesn't matter. I'm going to leave things up on my Instagram for a little while, and I'm going to create little shorts here on YouTube every day as well. I had to organize this in my mind. I wanted to do it all on YouTube, but I'm like, Instagram is just instant, right? It's instant. So I can record from wherever I am. I can do this in Disneyland, right? I can sit down for 10 minutes and record this on Instagram live, no problem. And then it will remain in my feed and you can connect to it when you connect to it during that day. But if you're in for this, again, the beauty is the doing it every day, the discipline and the dedication to the practice. And that's when it really opens up, you know? That's just the power of it. So I'm not going to create rules for you. If this speaks to you and you want to like dive in with me and go every day, awesome. You know, you're going to see interesting benefits and it will really open things up for you. So we're going to see what happens. But again, I'll make a reminder on here. Again, YouTube Shorts I can create very easily. And I don't need a lot of like, where can I get to somewhere to upload this, right? If it's a whole video, then I have to have the right uploading abilities, because sometimes the internet is super slow and like and it could take all day, and because I am traveling, it's just not how I want to spend the time. But I can easily do 10-15 minutes on Instagram and a couple of minutes here, just a little reminder like, hey, go check out YouTube. So like, comment, subscribe, tell me if you're interested in this and how it's speaking to you. I'd love to connect with you around this, and I'd love to hear what opens up for you. And again, I'm not going to make a huge big to do about right now, but maybe after this we'll do another one that's like more, I don't know. Again, we need to uncomplicate things. Sometimes we make things so complicated that then we fail to do them. You know, if I was going to make a big, oh, I need to advertise this, I'm going to send out an email and I'm going to blah, 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 which is great. But it came through today, and it really, the impulse, the urge, the messages are just go. Don't complicate, just fucking do it, you know? And I would like some of my life to be a little bit more like that. Like, don't overthink it. Don't try to be so perfect. I've been talking about this recently in my videos, you know? It doesn't have to be a big thing. It doesn't have to, I don't have to compare myself to what somebody else is doing with their thing, you know? This is what's coming through. I'm excited. I'm excited to hold myself accountable, and that's why I'm doing it online like this. And I'm excited to connect with you all and bring you into the adventure. And the guides were like, yes, do that. So we're all just walking each other home, right? We're all in this together. So how can we connect and elevate our consciousness together and inspire each other? You know, what are you up to? Share in the comments below. I'd love to connect. I'd love to hear. Would love to hear. It's a beautiful journey we're on right now. Really empowering, really inspiring. So many energies coming through to support us. This new sacred feminine energy I connected with today, I was just like, wow. I could just feel her presence so much. It was really just really exciting. And I know that's happening for a lot of people right now. New energies are coming in. We're connecting with new frequencies. Things are opening up for us. Our psychic gifts and abilities are opening up for us in interesting ways. And if they're not for you right now, you know, just trust the process. If you're here watching this, then something's going on for you, right? You wouldn't even be here if it wasn't. So trust the process. Trust why you were called to watch this video. And I look forward to seeing you on Instagram. Come and subscribe and yeah, follow me there and let's connect. Let's do this. Let's see what opens up for us. May this support you on your journey. I'm so grateful for your presence again and your connection and for playing along with me. Be sure to check out the rest of my YouTube channel for so much more to support you on your sacred sexual journey, your sacred sensual journey. And that's another really thing. I didn't mention this earlier, but a great way to connect with this practice right now, especially given that this channel is about sacred sexuality and sensuality. Sexual energy. What do I need to know today? How can I connect with you more right now? How can I open up into you more right now? How can I support my own sexual energy more? And see what comes through for you. And again, with your beautiful body. Beautiful body, how can I connect with you more fully right now? How can we be more in our power and our passion and our purpose right now? What are the next best steps for me on my journey? And I will invite you to, I know I've offered up a lot of suggestions. Connect to an energy at least for a week. We're going to do this for 30 days, but it's nice if you can connect to an energy for the whole time, one specific frequency, energy, angel, deity, body, whatever that you're connecting with for the whole duration. But If you want to mix it up a little bit, I recommend doing at least 1 week, again, because the consistency and the discipline and the growing of that specific connection is when it's really going to start bearing fruit and showing you more, and you're going to get deeper and deeper, and more powerful messages and wisdoms will come through for you. So I would dedicate, if you want to mix it up, go at least 1 week with one specific energy, even 10 days. Maybe think about 3 connections you want to have with during this practice. So, but yeah, if we're, keep mixing it, this is part of our minds. We are like, all over the place, right? It's easy to get distracted, and we like have a hard time picking and choosing and narrowing down and focusing. That's part of like our new, with the screens that are just changing all the time, and these shorts and reels and, little blips of information. Like, we're scattered all over the place, and it makes it challenging for us to go deep into something and really like bear the fruits of what it means to create a deep, strong connection with that one thing. So I would dedicate for at least 7, really 10 days ideally, but even the whole 30 to one specific connection, and see what opens up for you. So that's really powerful, really powerful. My teacher would say, dig one well deep. Some people are running all over digging little holes looking for water, and they're not getting anywhere. Dig one hole deep. That's when you're going to find that nourishment, that sustenance, that beauty, that really powerful connection for you, right? I think that's it. So I'll see you over on Instagram, and stay tuned for the reminders here. And thanks for playing along with me. I know it's very short notice and just kind of impromptu. And anytime that you come to this, I invite you into this process. And if you come to it at a much later date, when I'm past the sharing on the YouTube, Instagram videos, create this practice for yourself. It's easy. You just set the timer for 10 minutes a day. It does not have to be complicated. Just set the timer, 10 minutes, and just start writing, based on the information I've given you. If you want more information, some of us need to have more to understand more. Maybe I didn't explain it well. Look up automatic writing. What is it? How to do it? And commit 30 days and just 10 minutes a day. It's really nice to do. For a while I was doing it, I would end every night with just 10 minutes. That was part of my process, my going to bed process, reflecting on the day, just calling in, opening to the information that was coming through. Some people write better in the morning. Just do what works for you. 10 minutes. It's nothing. And you're going to be amazed at what opens up for you. Really trust that. Really trust that. So thanks for being here. Thanks for journeying with me. Again, check out the rest of my YouTube channel to support you on your sacred sexuality journey. Check out my website for so many resources and sessions, energy healing sessions, and different community events that are starting to become available. I'm very excited. Stay tuned for more information about that. So I love you. So grateful for your presence, and happy journeying to you, and Happy New Year. Bye.